All right. Give y'all folks a minute to get in here. How's everybody doing out there today? I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna get this party started. It's never been easy. Well, I don't know, man. There's a lot of readings and downloads coming out saying really positive, good things. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, for me, I'm just trying to get the show on the road, man. I'm focused on the Batman project and nothing else. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm waiting, right? Waiting on God, waiting for hopefully all this money that, you know, so I can get things going. Waiting to see when the public wants to start supporting me, right? And that's the thing is, I'm gonna win no matter what. I'm gonna get it done by myself with God. You know, I think that's the part that a lot of folks don't understand and comprehend. Oh, I'm gonna get it done. I've gotten it done for 3 years now, pretty much. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get this to the next level somehow, some way, and that's why it takes God. There's another honk. Folks going crazy today, hollering Batman already. There's definitely fans. Uh, I just know God is at work behind the scenes, moving things, and you know, it's a lot happening. Um, I saw this stuff online on social media. You know, there's always going to be copycats, man. You know, it's in the depictions. I told you it was going to happen. It's already happening, and you know, they're not doing the real thing. They're not me. You know, we all know that, but there's going to be some copycats. That I can assure you. You know, and you know, we'll just talk about it and you know keep it moving. It's not really a big deal. If anything, that's the thing though. Like when that stuff is going viral and it's gaining a lot of attention in the media, in my opinion, it's still God at work. You know, in my opinion, it's going to end up directing attention and traffic to me indirectly because the minute that folks start looking into things, who are they going to see? You know what I mean? Like, I basically control the algorithm at this point, you know? So, folks is going to definitely be able to catch wind of me and see what I'm doing here. And I think it's just going to spread, you know, because this is real. I'm the real deal. This is not these other folks. You feel me? Heard like a car alarm. So, yeah, I mean, you know, anybody can pretend. I mean, that's cute. But ain't nobody coming close to me and what I've accomplished and that I really do this. This is my job and career, or somebody else hollering Batman than I. So, you know, this is what I really do. And every aspect of the game, every aspect of it. There we go, another hop. So it's just, you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy to me because there is folks a lot of them clearly that support me in some sense here just wish we could get financial support. I just, confusing. It really is. Much more confusing than looking at the stock market. Tell you that. It's confusing. Like, it's like, are you on my side or not? Like, and there's some folks who aren't, and there's some folks who are. But the ones who are should be paying me. Like I said, we have a Cash App, PayPal, and a Venmo here. I need funding. I need all the funding I can get so we can get this off the ground to another level. I mean, just there we go. They're just like they said, right? There we go. Yeah. See, no, they support it. They, showing love. That's cool. But that's what I'm saying. Like, my whole deal was, I'm trying to bring unity. What I'm on is what I'm on. I just have to respond to every matter individually and address it. Not easy. A lot of folks think this is easy. This is not an easy job, okay? It's not easy at all. In fact, I've had to keep messing with this armor. The last time, I got this real, like, bad pulled muscle from it, where I couldn't even function. And I still, kept going. And it's been getting a little better, but I can feel it kind of, just feeling it today a little bit because I was doing the same thing, trying to get this armor ready. It's just a part of it, right, that it's hard to explain. It doesn't want to stay on there, and it has to, or the whole suit will not hold up, And when I had money, if I had money, then, I could try to fix things a little bit easier, you feel me? So, like this guy's got an electric bike. I mean, what's to stop Brownsville and the Valley from putting some money together and saying, here's a brand new electric bike and here's some money. That's all I need. I don't just need the bike though. I need money. Here's a couple of thousand. Here's some dough so you can do your thing here and then have some money so you can get on a bus and go try to see if you can expand in Austin or, Katy, Texas at some point, even maybe if I had enough, just got to figure it out. So it's a work in process, work in progress, and it is a process. That's all, God just told me, like, trust the process, which is probably the hardest thing. But I've done it. I mean, I've followed every instruction down to a T. I've done everything right. Continue to do everything right. There's another honk. And that's my deal, is like, I've earned my blessings. I've earned my rewards. I've earned my wings. And I want my money so that I can do this. I don't want to wait. I've been waiting for a long time. Waiting on everything, waiting on everybody. I just can't wait no more. And that's just what it is, because like I said, it's clear as day what's going on here. And like I said, everything is working out, man. We're progressing, we're building no matter what. And as long as I can keep this in circulation, we're doing pretty good. Meaning try to get that phone bill paid, right? And go from there. You know what I mean? They were waving at me. It's like a family. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, I know God is at work. Hopefully God will put it on the hearts of people to donate, to support me. I need money, man. That's just the only way that I'm going to be able to build this, coming from humble beginnings right now, and I have no problem with that. It's part of it. It's part of the journey, part of the walk. It builds strength. And that's the truth. A Batman that doesn't come from privilege is a much, you know, much more real, version. You know what I mean? One that really had to work to build it all along the way. You have to earn it. That's what folks don't get. Just like I said, it's not so much the suit or the bat suit, it's the ninja and the samurai and the warrior that is wearing the suit. You know, that's the difference. You can, anybody can put on a costume, but do you really have it in you? And nobody does except me. Why God chose me and hand selected me. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. So, like I said, we're going to do our best to continue to move forward. Hopefully, do a couple of live streams at least today. I'm kind of behind, not kind of, very behind. But we'll do what we can, do what we must. Probably not going to have a whole lot of time, so we'll have to do the best we can, and I'm still going through it, so try the best we can. I see your boy is live over there, but see, I have to work. I could go over there. Hell, I could go over there and do like a simultaneous stream, but I'm inclined to let people do what they need to do and what they want to do. I try to go over there when I have time. Hopefully, it'll be live all night or something. But I got to work. So this is my job, bro. My full-fledged career, and like I said, I've built it all myself. Facilitated everything myself on my own budget, right? And it's just that simple. You understand? So, like I said, we're gonna keep on moving forward, and just that simple. That was funny. They were just looking like it's Batman. But yeah, there's no posing over here, no faking. Okay, I am not other folks. Whatever they do with their time is what they want to do. I am not Groovy Jimmy the fake Crip. But like I said, I hope that it inspires people. I hope that it helps the public. It's just crazy how the minute, as usual, I've been doing this for on the real deal for 3 years, pretty much. 3-year anniversary coming up, we'll say. Need some money to celebrate it, man. Donate. But like I said, I don't know. It's just been a long time coming. And the Masons, like I said, they always try to copy everything I do. It's just crazy, man. So now they're saying, oh, there's a superhero in, where was it? I don't know if it was Oklahoma or Tennessee or some weird place. Like, well, what superhero qualities does he have? It just looks to me like a guy wearing a funny looking suit. Like, what? Not a superhero. What are you talking about? And sadly, this is how the game is. This stuff is crazier than the rap game. Y'all think the rap game bad? Try this superhero game. This is like the rap game at a whole nother level. So you got, the faking stuff, you got the perpetrating. It's just crazy. I hope I'm gonna be all right, man, because I'm still feeling that muscle bad, and it's probably from the armor too, because it moves. Because it moves and shifts all around it. But yeah, dude, like folks ain't seeing me, man. That's what I'm saying. They got the other guy. He went to that public meeting or whatever with the costume on. Like I said, all that stuff I feel is going to indirectly draw attention to me and what I've done and what I'm doing. And the thing is, I'm the real deal. I've accomplished so much. I do the real thing. So there is no competition whatsoever. That's the crazy part to me, that I even have to keep repeating it. Like, there we go, there's a honk. Like, let's see. I mean, folks here support me. I just wish that they'd understand I need to get paid. I'm a content creator, survive off donations. So hopefully, love overcomes fear. That's what people don't get. Tupac had it wrong on that. He said fear gets stronger than love. Not really. Love conquers fear. Believe that, because hell, that's the only reason I'm even here, brother. And some of the things that happened right around here. So love is stronger than fear. It's just you gotta teach human beings to know that and get on that vibration, on that level. And it's not an easy thing to do. It's you're having to overcome. Folks got to stop being so afraid of everything. What it stems down to. A lot of it is fear. And if anything, that's what I represent and what I want to represent. Because that's what I really do represent and always have and live it. But even when he told them in the depiction, he said, don't be afraid. People don't get this. A lot of sentimental moments for me, man, doing this, man. It's very spiritual. It's way different than people would imagine. And it's very real. And it's very much like the depictions. And like I said, folks can have their career. This is my job and full-time career. You know what I mean? Oh, man. That dude, you know what that dude's talking about? That dude's talking about some, like, little stuff to do out here. Like, bro, I ain't doing that. I ain't wasting my time. Most I do is maybe look into it and pretend. I'll pretend so you can give me a ride. Yeah, I'm going over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him and look into this, blah, blah, blah. Go eat at Taco Bell or something. Like, this is my job, bro. I don't know what part you don't understand, but, he said that's pretty much the last, time he's going to help or whatever. I mean, that's on you, brother. I mean, clearly, that's because, again, somebody's talking to you and saying things that aren't true, or maybe it's the parents telling him you need to quit spending money. Could be anything. I don't really care. So what folks don't get, I don't care, man. I don't care what folks are doing. There we go. I genuinely do not care, bro. But yeah, this is my real job. And like I said, I've accomplished more than everybody. And it's not a valley thing, it's a worldwide thing. So it's my real career. So we just got to get it going to the next level. And that's not an easy thing to do, but with God, everything is possible. Saw her waving at me. I hope she was waving. I hope that's what that was. Some of the folks, I think they worry too, like you just never know. You never know who's who, what they're doing. A lot of folks are, my stand against crime and corruption is very real. So I take things pretty serious, man. But like I said, that's the thing. I have no jurisdiction. We operate above the feds and never asked permission. I don't need to. I just built it and did it, and I'm going to continue to do it. And they have no choice but to sit back and let me do my thing because I've been so effective, So that's what it takes. And 100% in the future, I plan to work with, the people, and whether it be here, elsewhere, everywhere. I want to assist and help. And, they're asking for assistance and help almost every day. So, I think it's kind of a shifty game where it doesn't really work well and they don't want to pay you. But if I get it where I have my own money and it's consistent, then yeah, I probably could make money with that too, just being able to help, and we need it, we need it down here. We need it in a lot of places, but I have to have the resources and the means to do it. So it's something totally new. Nobody's ever seen anybody do something like this ever. I mean, it's never happened. I'm making history, and that's the thing. I plan to expand and go to Austin, Texas, Boston, New York, New Orleans, everywhere. You know what I mean? And no, I don't just walk around. I'm working. I get a lot done. You feel me? But like I said, it depends on the location and where we're at, what I'm doing. But I need money so I can learn metal shaping and be able to build the system suspensions for cars and build my own Batmobiles, Bat pods, tumblers, tanks. Probably got to talk to the military and stuff like that, figure out, all the aircraft paneling and how it works and what's the strongest materials. And see, Batman's pretty smart, so whatever the strongest material is for like the aircraft carrier paneling, I'd go try to figure out something that's stronger than that. You understand what I'm saying? So I know what I'm doing, man. I'm a reincarnated game master. You feel me? Put it up. So yeah. The lady was just looking like, oh my goodness, it's Batman! I thought it was only in the movies. It's a real Batman. Save me, Batman! Save me! But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I want to do it in bigger cities, other cities and other states for sure. Honestly, I think it'll go real well with the ladies. You know what I mean? Even though that's not my priority and I don't care, I never really had problems in that department. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be a major component that goes along with this if I was single. So, like I said, you better get in line, sister. Whoever they keep saying is on their way in these readings, you better hurry up, right? I mean, like do things safely, but you might want to hurry because I'm becoming, you know, quite a hot commodity. Get more famous every day. Right now, I'm like a Dunkin' Donut, but I'm just kidding. I used to be a Dunkin' Donut. Now I'm a Krispy Kreme. Yep. And Krispy Kremes are hot and delicious and savory. And that's me. Don't mind me, just a wonderful Krispy Kreme coming through. Nothing to see here. Don't act like you're not impressed. But yeah, no, it'll happen. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware it'll happen. I mean, remember when I went to Green Bay and I was on the Greyhound circuit, we like to call it, and all them girls were trying to holler at me. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all missed out. Y'all just don't get it. You don't get the prize you had. Like that's on you. I could care less. Like what? Said in the reading about, oh, this has happened, and then it said you changed everything when you went your own direction. I went my own direction years ago. I thought that was pretty clear when I, moved completely across the country and said, stay over there. You know? All right. Like they act like it's new. Like I have to keep, repeating things. Like what? You do with me, man. Like I said, I would love if somebody showed up and was that interested and had some money. Like I'm not even about money. I don't care about money. But that's the thing. Like I've had conversations with people for years now, and I mean, you still ain't even hopped on camera on here. So what is that? You understand? Like, nah. Like I said, go ahead and hop on camera, homie. What? Could be talking to anybody on the other side of the computer screen. That's what Coach Eli does, right? What was my old song, my catfish song? Oh, catfish. Something like that. What was it? Oh, catfish. You don't know who's on the other end of the or side of the screen. Oh yeah, man, catfish, right? They're probably not on your team. Man, catfish. Could be a man catfish. Man catfish. Cooperate, Durag. Cooperate. Durag only has loyalty to me. Brother and the And no, I'm not sorry. I got to get this stuff out of my system, man. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all folks don't want to listen. Like, come on. I'm trying to get this show on the road, man. I'm trying to get out of here. You know, that's the point. Like I'm telling you, minute I get up north, if I just have a situation finally, I ain't never really been up north and really had anywhere to go. You know, unless I had tons of money, and even then I was still like in hotels and stuff. You know, I need like a set spot somewhere with someone that actually cares about me and loves me and wants to be there. You know, so like the thing is, I'm just not really looking. Not. But if it comes my way, that'll be awesome. And this is what God told me. God told me I have love coming my way, like true love, where I'm gonna be treated right and stuff. So basically, the way I've always loved, but I'm gonna get it back and know what it actually feels like. You know, so that's nice. Tell you one thing, though, I do want to say this, and I hope that everybody's listening. Whatever happens, I'm gonna protect this valley. That I give you my word on and assure you. So, you know, like, you know, that's why I want money so I can be able to go where I need to go at the right time. But I'm definitely here to protect the valley and everybody in the valley. And that's regardless. So, you know, I'm not worried about all that other stuff that these other folks are worried about. These are my people, period. And a lot of them have embraced me and have accepted me and have helped me along the way. And I would never forget that. And I'm about equality and love and fairness. And I look at everybody as equal. You know, I'm not any other guy, ever have been. You know, and that's the thing. You know, you got folks trying to, you know, that's what they do. They say things that aren't true. Only I can speak for me. You know what I mean? And I've said how I feel every time. So I just want people to know I'm always here, man. You know, like whatever happens, you know what I mean? Just know I'm watching and I'm out here in these streets. So, you know, you need me, you holler, you know, like truly, you know, and that's the thing. Like I could say I'm a citizen, civilian, whatever, but I'm here to help these people here. I came up against a lot down here. I've had a lot of rough experiences, and I still want to help these people. I still am going to stand and protect them because it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? I don't care about all that other stuff everybody want to talk about that they don't even know anything about it or how it really is. Most folks scared to come down here. You know, we right next to Mexico. You know, like I'm all for the people here. So I just want people to know that and understand that. And that's truly speaking from my heart. I don't have any agenda. I have a lot of pride, and I'm proud of who I am, and I think that's how everybody should be. But I'm here to protect the people in the valley, whether they like me or not. So I just want to make sure that that gets said. So, you know, whatever happens, just know, I mean, you have someone on your side down here, Batman, and that's why I'm saying if I have the funding, then I can be able to get around here quicker and wherever. Like if I had a little electric actual bat pod, like needs to be more than just an electric bike, man. I need like motorcycles, and then I need to learn how to build bat pods, and I need my license back, which is a lot of money. So, you know, that's the thing. Everything they did was a lie to put me in this position, but God said it best. He said, everything the enemy meant for, you know what, whatever, I'm using for your own good. He's told me repeatedly to trust him. I do trust God. I do. It's just hard right now. It's hard. It's impossible. Everything, you know, not trusting him, just everything, the process, life, you know, everything is hard. It's not just hard, it's impossible. But one thing I know me, and I know I'm going to try to keep going with every fiber of my being, just like I am now. I'm tired, man. You know, I don't feel good, but I keep going because I understand And I understand it ain't just about me. And I think that's what we need more in the world is people to get over themselves and understand it is not about you. I am never getting in a relationship again where it is all about them when they're not doing anything. You understand what I'm saying? No, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And that's literally the way it becomes almost every time. And then not only that, but then they want to turn it around and make up stuff that's not there. I'm all right, bro. I need somebody who's genuine and understands you're walking into everything that concerns me. This ain't about you. It's about me this time because I made it about everyone else every single time. So that's fair. That's only fair. Now it's my turn. Now it's about me. So anybody, if if it's the right person, it got to be all about me. I'm the star of the show. I deserve that. You know what I mean? And that's part of true love. And don't worry, I'd make it about the other person too, and do everything I can for them. I always have, but you know, it's time for me to be happy and get what I deserve and chill and relax and have my every need met. And like, I deserve that, man. I truly do. You know what I mean? I'm sure that most of the valley would agree I deserve that. People see what I go through. People have seen parts of my journey. Like, I'm sure a lot of people down here rooting and hoping that I find someone. I'm a human being, man. Go out my way to protect the people here. And like I said, I'm just trying to get where I can operate worldwide. And we already are, but I'm talking about like with the money in the budget, right, where I can get all the equipment and mechanic stuff. I got to learn mechanical engineering on my own, right? Might go back to college. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. People just be saying things that don't make any sense. You come over here, it's all about what I'm doing. It's all about this. That never changes. It ain't gonna work like that. You know what I mean? No, I'm not here to, cater to anyone or folks will say, well, I got a family and this and that. I mean, that's fine. And when you're in a relationship, the relationship is you and your significant other. And what you're supposed to do is be grown, right? And step away from your family and go have that relationship. Who doesn't agree? It ain't about your family. Your family doesn't have anything to do with it. You get what I'm saying? And, I'm just speaking hypothetically right now, but that's what a lot of women want to do. They want things their way so they can be in control. You're not in control when it comes to me. It don't matter who it is. I wouldn't care if you had infinity $1 million, right? The minute you deal with me and talk to me, the minute anybody comes over here, I'm in control. That's why I run everything and why I did all this. Because I don't want to be in control all the time, but I like to know what's going on. You feel me? I don't like traveling with people when they're the ones, calling the whatever and making the decisions. That ain't really my thing. You understand? So, like I said, for me, like, you know what I mean? Like, look, the folks look at me, they honk, like, people know what it is. They know I'm a soldier. You know what I mean? This is real, homie. This is not fake. I think we do all this training for it, right? The real deal. All the depictions were about me, So, like I said, what you tolerate is what will continue. You understand? So, me personally, I can't wait, until we get to these other cities and states and I'm walking in the street and driving the bat pod and doing the real thing. And then I got to come across the people in the little costumes, like that stuff excites me. You know what I mean? With the posing and stuff, I think that's cute. It's hilarious. I would love that. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Like it's a big difference, man. It's a big difference on the spectrum. That's what folks gotta understand. You know what I mean? Say hi. Folks just be looking perplexed, like, what the hell? Yeah, real deal Holyfield here. Nothing fake. I think they said hi. It's okay if they didn't. People are busy, man. People got stuff to do. Totally respect that, man. You know, like I said, I go along to get along type of dude, but I just stand on business, you know. But yeah, man, I can't wait for all that because I'm gonna literally say reality. I'm gonna say it right in front of everyone. I'm gonna say like, yeah, you're in a costume and that's cute, but like you're talking to the real thing here, partner. So you know, what's up? What's goody? How you doing? You know, I'm walking this walk for real, so you know, eh, step aside. And that's the difference. And I mean, I'm talking about it because it's completely relevant because, like I said, conviction is so powerful. Confidence, knowing who you are, just standing and just being strong, like charisma, like it goes a long way, man. And that's the thing. Like, I have an attitude that's real. Like, God built a lot of character within me. That's what it's about. It's about character. I am a character, you know? That's what we're supposed to become characters, real characters, though. Not like some of the, so-called women running around like Daffy Duck. Quack, quack. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep on doing me, keep on doing my thing. If people feel some way, because there's a lot of jellyfish, that's fine. Not my priority, brother. Don't care. All right, let me start these world records if I can. Do the best I can, and I'll be back. I'll talk to you in a minute, man.